Guys, we are back with the Screen Team. We're getting ready to close things out on this edition of the show, but we're going to finish up with, I think, a strong film back from the early 1990s. We're talking about City Slickers, and a lot of you might remember this Billy Crystal film. Some of you who are new to the, new to the movie genre and stuff like that, I think this is one that I think is good for the entire family and one that is need to be revisited, you know?
Yeah. I think that if you have a little parrot in the family, though, you might want to not necessarily let them around because they'll pick up the one phrase or line that you don't want them to.
But there's a couple of those kind of phrases
in there. There's a couple little tiny bombs that are dropped, but nothing horrible.
It's weird because this movie came out in 1991. I was 11 at the time, so watching it, it's funny. Billy Crystal's in it and Jack Palance, and you don't, as an 11-year-old, you don't really relate to the film. Now, as a 37-year-old watching it, it has a different kind of feeling and meaning to it.
Yeah, it sure does.
You know?
Who is he?
See what I
mean? We've got our own little parrot behind us, for sure.
Yeah, in video, of course. You can see he's referencing the Tremors poster.
Right. Yeah, that must be quite a shock for him. Just play with your thing, man.
Hey, sit down and play with the tablet. Quit worrying about it.
It's just a dinosaur.
It's a big mad worm.
I'll tell you later.
So back to City Slickers.
So City Slickers, it has a totally different kind of vibe for me now. 37-year-old Billy Crystal's 40 in the movie, and so are his best friends. And they're having a tough time kind of figuring out which way to go.
Midlife crises.
Yeah, they're having a tough way to go on which way to go with life, Some are unhappy in their marriage. Some are unhappy with their jobs.
Some have never been married.
Yeah. So each one is kind of going through their own little crossroads, And
then they meet Curly.
Curly kind of puts things in stride for them, for sure. At Billy Crystal's birthday, his friends decide to take him to a dude ranch.
And they do this every year or so?
Yeah.
They get together and have a guy's trip, and which is great, but this time they may have gone a little too far.
Yeah. Yeah, so they go to this dude ranch, and I guess the main purpose of this dude ranch is to take the cattle from one end of the ranch or the west to the other,
they cross
the other end of the west.
They cross states. From one state, they end up. I think they end up in Colorado. Is that right? Or they start in Colorado? I can't remember.
Yeah,
it's a couple of nights. I think it's like a 2-night trip.
Mm-hmm.
They got a couple of days of training and get their gear and learn how to rope, and they get to learn how to do stuff. And they cross some characters that are working the ranch and
some other people who are there to join them in the same
absolutely.
kind of
They make connections with other people who are in the same situation, or maybe there's a father-son dentist group that are trying to connect.
Two ice cream brothers.
Ice cream brothers, and then a gal whose other person who was going to be there didn't show up, and so everybody's got their eye on something that's happening on this, and they head out. And Curly, played by Jack Palance, is hardcore cowboy, few words, throws a knife, walks like a stud, and you're just like he just looks like rocks in jeans.
Like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood together,
combined, yeah.
Bad
there's a
dude.
reason that he got highly noted for this character.
He got he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for this film.
Yes, he did, and that was the time. If you remember when he did the one-handed push-up on stage.
That's right, man. Bad dude. Hey, Curly, you kill anybody yet? Day's not over yet.
Exactly. And the other part of this movie that I absolutely love is the cow Norman.
Hello.
Some great lines that have been just instilled in your brain. Once you see this movie, even twice, you can't get away from some of those one-liners like that. And so anybody else who has seen the movie will know exactly who you're referencing when you say a few of those things. And I just love the fact that they bring in this just heart-wrenching deal breaker in the calf. And this cow wanders off, and Jack's character Curly says, "You got to help me deliver this calf, or they're both gonna die." And you're just like, he's like, "What?"
Right.
And he's like, you got to reach in and pull that calf out. And
he does. Yeah.
He does. And there's Norman. And the behind-the-scenes information about this is what they went through, like 20-something cows delivered before they got the one they liked on camera.
Are you serious? It was that many? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know the exact number, but I know it was a lot. And they had to literally hand-deliver every one of these calves.
So
Billy Crystal did. And they filmed every one of them until they got the one they liked. Because you don't know until it's born what it looks like.
We got one coming.
Crazy.
Get Billy out of his trailer.
So I just happen to know that.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they against all odds managed to be the last 3 guys on the trail that everybody has to leave for one reason or another. I'm not going to give it all away if you haven't seen this movie. But these 3 guys have to bring the cows home or abandon all hope.
Right.
And it's Billy Crystal's character that says, I'm not leaving them behind, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's like, no, Norman, I got to say Norman. No, it's the tall one. What the heck is his name?
No, I think it was Bruno Kirby. It was Bruno because I got the mustache.
The one that has fear of commitment. That's
Yes.
right. I'm sorry. I'm getting so confused. But yeah, he's the one. And he says, no, I'm not leaving him behind. And that's when you learn that he actually does have feelings, for like genuine feelings. That's right.
Right.
But Billy Crystal's character won't leave behind Norman. He's very attached to Norman.
It's cute.
And so yeah, anyway, they managed to bring the cattle home, and the owner of the farm, who doesn't go on the drive, is actually at the next location waiting for them, is just blown away that these guys managed to pull this off.
Yeah. It's kind of gives you hope when you turn 40.
Well, hopefully you can remember your characters better than I can when you turn 40, because I'm a mess.
Would you let me go on a dude ranch by myself?
Oh, I would not. I would be there to document every second of it.
Do you think I could survive?
No. No, I do not.
All right.
But it would be fun.
It would be fun. The movie is called City Slickers. It's a classic. Of course, a lot of you know it already, but for those who don't, it's definitely one to definitely check out.
Hello.
Hello. That's going to do it for the Screen Team this evening. We appreciate everybody who was on the show this evening. We appreciate Sabrina for joining us on this segment. And,
Always
of course, if you want more of the Screen Team, you can find us on social media. We are on Twitter. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook and check out our official website at screenteampb.com. God bless you. God bless you. And again. And one more time.
Sorry, I think I'm done. Hurry up.
Remember, we want you to know.
Before you go.